Hello everybody and welcome back to Ryan Man Breaks. So this is a little bit of a different video and I hope it's one that people will find useful. It's one I've been hoping to put together for quite some time, but somebody that I know in a card collecting group basically perfectly encapsulated everything that I wanted to write in a very simple and concise post themselves. So I reached out to him and spoke to him and asked if I could use what he had written as the body of this video. He of course said yes, so here we are. So he wrote this list and it's just a little bit of fun. He thought he'd put together a list of his top tips for making card collecting more enjoyable for both yourself and fellow collectors. He's been in the hobby since the late 60s, so he's coming up to nearly 60 years of experience when it comes to collecting. So he's learnt a thing or two along his way. So these are things that have helped him along the way, and hopefully something here might be of some value to you and others. So, number 1, collect what you enjoy. At the end of the day, it's a hobby, and it's supposed to be fun. So, pick a player or a team or a city that you've been to, maybe just something that stands out on the map. Could even just be a particular set of cards that you like the look of. Just go for it. Collect them. Just be mindful of number 2. You can't collect everything, so don't try. There's so many sets, insert sets, short prints, super short prints, variations, relics, autographs, everything as far as the eye can see. They're all out there, and unless you have very deep pockets, it's just not possible to get them all. Focus on what's important to you. Personally, these days, he sticks to Topps Base and Update, Heritage, Chrome and Archives, and the inserts and parallels associated with those sets for his ever-favourite Tigers. Picking a favourite team can help you to define the collection that you want to build. Personally, myself, I support the Baltimore Orioles and have done since 2020. So, my main aim is to collect everything from the Orioles from 2020 onwards. I have favourite players like Ryan Mountcastle, Adley Rutschman, and I specifically go after cards from those players. Number 3, make and maintain a want list. Now, this is something that I myself haven't done on paper. Mentally, I do have a want list, but it's completely different to this. So, a want list is an invaluable tool for letting you know which cards you're chasing and what's in transit. I've always kept a want list, but even so, I can't tell you how many times I've doubled up on purchases over the years. And I can say with some authority that if you're working on a set, crossing that last card off your list brings an incredible amount of satisfaction. A want list is also very useful for sharing with fellow collectors that you might like to trade with. Yes, you need to work at it to both create it and keep it up to date, but it's well worth the effort. Number 4, trade, trade, trade. They're called trading cards after all, not selling cards. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands, of cards sitting in the UK alone in collections that don't fit with collectors' ambitions. They don't even make their want list. But those cards could work with yours. Figure out who has what, do some deals. And if you trade, try not to get too hung up on value. A card that you really need for your collection probably has more value to you than it does to anybody else, and especially more than what the book says. Sentimentality in these situations can often cloud judgment when it comes to pricing. I myself do use the philosophy of, well, I'd rather that somebody else has it in their collection than this is going to make me the most amount of money. So bear that in mind when you are trading cards, because something that is a throwaway card to you is invaluable to somebody else. Number 5, use social media for more than just selling. So many card collecting groups over the years descended into little more than online shops. Post more about your experiences, your favourite cards, favourite sets, ambitions for collecting, and so on and so forth. Ask questions. Don't be scared once you join a group to ask questions. It is invaluable. You will learn from those around you. Give advice once you've learnt it. Get excited. It's a fun hobby, so share your excitement. Look for those cards, find them, chase them. The elation that comes from finally getting a card that you've been hunting for a while. Oh, it's fantastic. It really is. Number 6, read the backs of the cards. You can learn so much about the game and its history by reading the backs of the cards. I know it's kind of hokey, but baseball cards genuinely helped me learn arithmetic when I was a kid. I knew how to calculate batting averages and ERA before that kind of stuff was taught to me at school. So, reading the backs of cards gives you an insight into the players and the game that you might otherwise miss. They really do give you invaluable information. And some of it is also just a little bit of silly fun. They're cards. And it's a sport that you've picked, that you enjoy, and a hobby that goes along with it. So just envelop everything that you can and just enjoy it. Number 7, try collecting vintage cards. Cards have been around since the 19th century. You might think that older cards are expensive, and there's no doubt that some stars and graded cards are. However, if you can temper your condition requirements and expectations, you'd be amazed at what you can do. Sets from the 1970s are readily available at very, very good prices if you're prepared to accept slightly rounded corner here or a surface crease there. Number 8, post up public thank yous. If someone sends you a card or two, whether it's through purchase, trade, or just out of the blue, take the time to post up a very public thank you on social media. The person sending the card will totally appreciate it, and it lets others in the group know who the good guys are. Number 9, find dealers that you can trust. The hobby has definitely expanded in the UK in recent years, and with it, we've been lucky to have several people take on the role of dealers on this side of the pond. Use their experiences and those of fellow collectors to find the dealers that you can trust and who will work with you and fill your needs. Number 10, be a good guy. Know a collector who's working on a set, player or team? Waste a stamp. It doesn't cost an awful lot. Throw a few cards their way just out of the goodness of your heart. Not a trade, not for sale, just because you have them, just because you can. Maybe even include something good like an insert or a parallel, or even a relic or an auto. It's not always about expecting something in return. I'm a genuine believer in saying that what goes around comes around. Be good to fellow collectors, and you may be surprised what might come your way in return. Number 11, and most importantly, have fun. Get excited about pulling a cool card or buying something that you've been chasing for ages. Share that excitement with your fellow collectors. I love hearing people's successes. It's a nice, easy, concise list, and it really does help. See, there's no doubt that the hobby has become much more corporate and value-driven in recent years, but if you can take a little bit of experience of the long-time collectors and blend it with your own, you can get so much more out of card collecting than just chasing the latest hot rookie or one of one. Your whatever the market says you should chase is it's not important. Whatever you choose to collect or how you collect it means a million times more. Good luck in your collecting, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.